Hello there, did you know chocolate can be deadly for dogs? Shocking, isn't it? You may think of chocolate as a sweet treat, but for our furry friends, it can be a true hazard. It's a common misconception that chocolate is as harmless to dogs as it is to us. Many of us unknowingly share a piece of chocolate with our pets, not realizing the potential danger lurking within. We see our pets as family, and naturally we want to share our joys with them. But in this case, sharing could lead to a serious, even fatal health crisis. Just as we educate ourselves about our own dietary needs and restrictions, it's equally important to understand what's safe and what's not for our pets. So, the next time you reach for that chocolate bar, remember it's not a treat for everyone. Now you might be wondering, why is chocolate toxic to dogs? To understand why our furry friends can't enjoy this sweet treat, we need to dive into a little bit of science. Chocolate, that delicious dessert we humans love, contains a compound called theobromine. This alkaloid is found in the cacao plant, which is the primary ingredient in chocolate. For us, theobromine is a mild stimulant, somewhat like caffeine. It gives us a little pick-me-up, but doesn't generally cause us any harm. Dogs, however, are a different story. Canines have a much more sensitive reaction to theobromine. This is due to their slower metabolic rate, meaning their bodies process substances at a slower pace than ours do. Think about how you feel after a caffeine rush. Now imagine that feeling prolonged over a longer period of time with no real way to flush it out of your system. Not so pleasant, right? This is what happens to dogs when they ingest theobromine. The compound stimulates their central nervous system and cardiovascular system. It can lead to symptoms ranging from mild to severe, depending on the amount ingested and the size of the dog. These symptoms can include restlessness, increased heart rate, tremors, vomiting, and in severe cases, seizures or even death. Now you might be wondering, why don't humans react the same way? Well, our bodies can metabolize theobromine much more quickly and efficiently. We break it down and excrete it before it can build up to harmful levels, but for dogs, their bodies just can't process it fast enough. The theobromine lingers in their system for up to 20 hours, causing continual stimulation of their nervous and cardiovascular systems. This is why even a small amount of chocolate can be dangerous for dogs, and why larger amounts can be lethal. It's not about the chocolate itself, but about the theobromine it contains. So, if dogs can't process theobromine as we do, what happens when they ingest chocolate? When a dog eats chocolate, it's not a sweet experience like it is for us humans. Instead, the bitter reality unfolds in a series of distressing symptoms that may begin within just a few hours. The first signs are often restlessness and hyperactivity, as the dog's system struggles to metabolize the toxins. This can swiftly escalate to vomiting, diarrhea, and rapid breathing as the body attempts to expel the poison. In more severe cases, the dog may experience seizures, muscle rigidity, or even cardiac failure. Theobromine, the toxic component in chocolate, can cause irreparable damage to a dog's heart and central nervous system. Unfortunately, the impact of chocolate on dogs isn't limited to these immediate effects. Depending on the quantity consumed and the size of the dog, theobromine can remain in the system for up to 72 hours, causing long-term damage and potentially even leading to death. So what can we do to protect our dogs from this hidden danger? Prevention is always better than a cure, especially when it comes to chocolate and dogs. When it comes to our four-legged friends, it's crucial to keep chocolate out of their reach. Store it in high cupboards or locked pantries, places inaccessible to your pet's curious noses. Be mindful during festive seasons when chocolate treats are more prevalent, and educate children and guests about the risks. If you suspect your pet has consumed chocolate, don't wait for symptoms to appear. Time is of the essence. Immediately call your vet or an emergency animal hospital. While on the phone, try to determine how much chocolate your dog has consumed and its type, as it can help the vet assess the severity of the situation. Finally, be vigilant. Regularly check areas where your dog spends its time for any accidentally dropped or forgotten chocolate. Remember, it's our responsibility to keep our pets safe. Let's make sure chocolate remains a human treat only. Be sure to hit that like or subscribe button and keep being curious, beautiful, and continue learning. Check out some of my other videos and keep staying curious.